So, after that, I know I've said this about 30
Yeah.
times in this video. Minecraft Hulkbuster build tutorial. I hate this build. There's not much else to say. Almost 900 views, creeping up on 1,000. I absolutely hate it. Next up, Bed Wars to pass the time Minecraft.
I mean, if we're gonna skim past your build, I'm gonna skim past this video because I recorded that video in 5 minutes, or I forgot.
Actually, 6 minutes and 7 seconds.
Yeah, 6 minutes and 7 seconds I recorded that. Added some music, and then on my phone, I took a picture of a bed in Bed Wars, and then drew a little clock around it. And I'm like, good, thumbnail done. Cause I was, I forgot, but I was like going somewhere at that time. And so I just was like, how quickly can I make a thumbnail?
Yeah. Okay. Next up is Minecraft Afghanistan's Blue Mosque.
Ooh.
Shrine of Hazrat Ali. Hopefully I said that correctly.
Yeah.
And this was the start of our Minography series. I know the videos on this have been far and few between, but I really enjoy the series. I am a massive geography nerd if you haven't picked up on that by now.
Yeah.
But building stuff like this and making them in tutorials is difficult, as they're buildings. So,
yeah, like real buildings, not just Star Wars ships.
Yeah, they're buildings in real life with lots of detail. It's like, this is an actual building in
like,
Afghanistan.
You could go to like Afghanistan and
walk into it.
Yeah, you could like go to Afghanistan in real life and walk into this. I mean, not this because it is just hollow.
It's a facade.
Yeah, it's just a facade, but you could like in real life see this thing, so it makes it really difficult to build.
And then there's also the sticklers, but I had a lot of fun building it, and I love showing basically new parts of the world to, say, our viewers. I know that we found 2 Afghan viewers, which was extremely cool. I never really expected that. But if any of you guys here are watching or from any of these nations that we are featuring, leave a comment down below, because I'm absolutely
very
thrilled.
cool.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It is extremely cool, as we can't exactly get out of our own country at the moment. So it's extremely cool. It's just special, as I'm a massive geography nerd, and I love to see stuff like that.
Yeah. And
Yeah. So, our second Timeline Tuesday video was next. New series Minography, we kind of just talked about that, so skim over that. And then, Minecraft Albania Kruye Castle.
Yes.
This was very cool. Through TripAdvisor and Zillow and whatnot, I could not find a mega notable landmark from Albania, but I found the Kruye Castle. It has quite a bit of history. If you want to go in depth with it, go actually watch the video. But basically, it was the castle that fought off the Ottomans and basically pushed them back into Turkey. In Albania, as the Ottoman Empire kind of trying to eat up Europe alive. And after the Wing Khazars arrived and then pushed them back, Albania was kind of the last one to push them out of Europe and keep them in Turkey. And then history goes on from there. And I would like to say, for the flag map backgrounds, Albania, the actual double-headed eagle, I like to call it a chicken, is 1 block out. Why, I don't remember. I think I just kind of forgot, but I've just left it to that day. or to this day, and I'm quite proud of the way that it turned out. It's not that bad. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Also, as a quick disclaimer, we are just building these from a geographical standpoint and as an architectural standpoint, not as like a religious or a
or
political standpoint. It's just from we like building, so we build building.
So I don't want to see any angry imaginary Ottomans bullying us for pushing them out of Europe.
Yeah, no.
Turks, you guys are fun. After that, I kind of went on a Minecraft-y roll here.
Yes.
Minecraft Algeria Mater's Memorial Tutorial. Wow, that that rhymes.
Yeah.
I am decently happy the way that this turned out. Algeria, very cool country. Shout out to you guys. But the way that it actually turned out, the way the building turned out, very wonk.
Yeah.
I'll say that. It kind of looks like a Spartan helmet.
It does.
A bit. But the memorial itself, itself in real life is extremely cool. Look up pictures of it. It is so cool. And that's why I picked it, of course.
Yeah.
It's a very difficult shape to make, though, in a block game. So, it didn't turn out the greatest.
Yeah.
Okay.
Continuing down the geography lane.
After that, Minecraft Andorra Chaldea tutorial. Andorra is a microstate. The way the flag map turned out, I am more proud of than the actual building. The most memorable parts of this, in shaders, this thing looks
90
times better.
And the sun reflecting off of it makes it look even
more
cooler.
Real. Yeah. But I remember, while building this, half of it I built while watching the infographics, espionage, Cold War video. And then the other half, I forget what the YouTuber's name was, but it was like Lego Star Wars, but only with blasters or something. Beating Lego Star Wars only with blasters. I think that's what the video was. And that's why I was building this. I was never too happy about the build. I was very happy about featuring Andorra. It does not get much spotlight on the international stage, period. None of the videos do too well, the Minecraft videos, but I really enjoy them. They're not the greatest quality, first of all, but there are small nations that nobody really hears of. But featuring them...
I mean, apart from, you know, the first one and maybe a little bit of the third one, but yeah, and the cool, and if you'll, I don't know if you've noticed, but all of them are completely hollow. It's all just the front and maybe part of a side, so that you can take one cool screenshot and be like, ah, yep, that's a good build, and then on the back it's just air.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I may do interiors one day, because interiors for these builds would be extremely cool. Like the Chaldea, it's a spa. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Building a spa in Minecraft, it's like a luxurious spa. It's the tallest building in Andorra, by the way.
I don't know if that's saying much, but
yeah, it would be very cool to do an interior, but that's going to come at a much later date. And I was never too happy with the build itself until I saw it with shaders. And boy, oh my god,
it looks really good with shaders.
Yeah. So that's where the Minecraft-y train stops for now in order. And then after that was the Minecraft Star Wars Separatist Dreadnought tutorial. It is one of our best videos. 3,400 views. It's one of my favorite builds. I built this with the Arrow and Charlington. Arrow now with Belong the Mine, or Beyond the Mine, sorry. Yeah, go check them out, as they help so much, like, so much with this. I never would have gotten this done. I got this done in a day on, like, my lunch break or something. I never expected it to go that fast, as this is a massive build, and it's such a cool build. The tutorial itself, obviously not the greatest. I kind of just explained how to do it.
Throughout all of Star Wars, I'd have to say that my favorite ships are probably Separatist ships. I just love all of their ships, and they're just so cool. They all have, like, a lot of detail, and, like, just, like, they're just very cool. They're all, also, a lot of them are massive, which makes it even cooler.
I'm incredibly happy the way that this ship came out, especially with the help from them.
Yeah.
And another shout out to Arrow and Beyond the Mine. They basically made these engines with the lava behind them, and wow, they look good. I usually use seed lanterns.
Yeah, me too.
And now room lights with
1.16.
But this was built in 1.15. Fun fact.
Wow, we're still not even at 1.16 at this point. Wow.
No. But the lava with the red stained glass, it looks so engine-y.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's insanely cool.
Yeah.
Okay, after that was the Jedi Temple interior.
Ooh.
That's at 4,000 views now. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
And we kind of already went over that.
Yeah, my favorite part though was all the way over here, the staircase. Because I remember we were talking with Cinefy late at night for us. Him, it was probably early morning. But we were just talking. I mean, we weren't talking. The British bloke, he was. Yeah. And he is just really cool.
Oh, the Grand Hall shaders?
Yeah. My favorite is the detailing on the
floor.
Yeah. Oh, the floor. So the floor
was hilarious.
Yeah, we could not for the life of us decide on a floor. So I would just be like, because I was basically the command boy. I would just just every single time I would just be like, do you want this? And then they'd be like, no. And I'd be like, okay, how about this? I'd just be typing all the commands. And like at one point I accidentally typed sandstone stairs.
Yeah.
And it turned out amazing. Yeah.
And then you accidentally typed in sandstone stairs.
And it turned out
so good.
Amazing.
It looked better than it would have.
Yeah.
But that's the interior. We
by
kind of already went over that.
Yeah. By pure accident, we created the best one.
Yeah. And then our next. Oh wait, no. This challenge made him quit. This was the first video that we featured Luke Rockbot in.
Our very good friend.
Yeah.
That is, to this day, I still love trolling our friend group, and I'm doing it even to this day because I don't know if you noticed, but there's a video coming out soon.
Yeah.
Where I do that. I think I'll release it tomorrow. They bullied me a lot, and I bullied them a lot, so it was very fun. But yeah, and the challenge was stupid. It was like the lowest FOV. I was just at like 30 FOV, just hitting people. And at one point, I think what made him quit was I was playing and I fell, and our bed was gone, and I launched a fireball at our bridge and knocked him off, and he was about to get like full diamond, and I made him lose like 12 emeralds, and he got really mad and rage quit, and it was hilarious.
Alright, so after that was our third timeline episode.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, this is only May 19th, and it was so close to 40 subs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's all. That's a wow.
Wow.
Wow. Anyway, Skyblock, the grandest game ever.
Yeah.
I feel like somebody was watching some Technoblade.
I may have been watching Technoblade and wanting to do Skyblock, and I don't like Skyblock anymore. It's just, it's so grind. The title is very true. It is the grindiest game ever, which is why I don't like it, but I was like, ooh, content. And I have a habit of coming up with a good idea for a video, and then, yeah, and I'll be like recording it, and then like, the reason it took me so long to do the like SMP videos well is because I'd be like halfway through the game where I'd be like a full netherite and be like, alright, welcome to episode 1, and then I'd finish episode 1 and be like, you know what, I'm gonna upload this. And then when it's uploaded, I already have like an entire mega base done and I didn't record any of it. And so I'm like, you know what, I'm not gonna upload it.
Yeah. Okay, next up, Darth Vader's Mustafar Castle tutorial. And this was in the 1.16
snapshots.
It's been pretty good. 2,600 views. Words.
I'm just astonished that it was in the 1.16 snapshots.
Yeah.
And now we're in the 1.17
snapshots.
Yeah, thank you. And I remember building it. Yeah. I loved building it, and Blackstone went perfectly with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what we would have done if it wasn't 1.16, because like black concrete, like it's too black. It's too dark.
I know Star Wars Theories gaming channel built I guess Vader's castle. They built it out of obsidian and it looked awful. No hate to Star Wars Theories. But
I love his channel.
Bad. Yeah.
But that build was
same thing with Ren Diggity Dog.
Yeah.
On the Hermitcraft server. He's building similar to Vader's castle, and he's using concrete and terracotta.
Yeah.
And it does not look the greatest.
No.
Given his reason is valid as kind of everything around the castle is Blackstone.
Yeah.
So it would kind of just look like a Blackstone spire coming out of Blackstone.
Yeah. But
it doesn't look the most accurate to, I guess, the actual castle, but of course, he's taking a lot of creative liberty as it is on Hermitcraft.
Yeah. And I remember building the castle, and I built 2 parts of it. One was just the castle, and then the other was like the gate at like the front. And I remember building the gate at the front, and I'm like, huh, this is a lot of netherite blocks. I remember I went afterwards, and I went and I like filled all the netherite blocks with air or something, and then it was like over 100 netherite blocks, and I'm like, oh, that's a lot of netherite.
Good thing I'm not building this in survival.
Yeah. I mean, I'll build it on the snapshot SMP for, it'll just take like 2 minutes, don't worry.
Yeah. Alright, and then, Darth Maul's Scimitar ship build tutorial.
Yes. This one, as well as the Soulless one, which is Grievous's, and, what's it called? Dooku's Solar Sailor, I all built around the same time. And I remember when I was building them, I had family over from Seattle, and I had a little cousin over, and every time I tried to record, I would just get like pestered, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, please, I'm just trying to record. And it was yeah, I mean, I like the ships. they're not the greatest chips,
Yeah, they're cool.
but I like them, and I remember the audio. Oh my god, our
Oh,
audio was
It was
so bad because I did not have.
not any different now.
Yeah, I did not have a microphone. Well, I had a microphone, but it was a webcam microphone.
Oh no.
So I would just record on the webcam microphone, and it would just be so distorted. But now I have a very nice fine microphone and a very nice gaming headphones.
Same. I used to use a $20 very cheap Xbox headset to
Yes.
record everything until about maybe a month or two ago when I got this very epic blue snowball microphone, and the audio is definitely much better.
Yeah, I remember, so I would use my webcam, but, sometimes it would just not work, so I'd have to use my Xbox headset, and my Xbox headset was like $15, and it was like flimsy plastic, and I would like have to connect it to my CPU, and my CPU is like underneath my desk, and the cord was not long enough to do that, so it'd have to be like almost laying my head on my desk and being like, so now we're gonna go over here and build over here. It was just painful.
Okay, after that was the Solar Sailor. Words.
Yeah, it's kind of the same as the other ones that we just talked about. Although I did like the Solar Sailor, and the most annoying part about that was the actual sail. I spent like over an hour and a half.
Really good.
Yeah, I spent like
It looked really good.
over an hour and a half trying to figure out how to make it look good. And then at one point I'm like, I wonder if you could use redstone to make it actually work. And then I remembered, wait, no, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you
and
could
then-
with commands, but that would be too much work.
Yeah. Alrighty. And then Minecraft Star Wars Clone Turbo Tank. This one, I forget who it was requested by, but they had like 100 or so subscribers or whatnot, and we kind of flipped out when that got requested. We're like, oh my gosh, whoa, 100 subscribers, and then now we're at 300, and it seems very petty.
Yeah.
But the turbo tank, I really liked from a build standpoint. The smooth stone stuff,
Yeah.
it's very blocky, but
Yeah.
that's kind of the premise of the turbo tank. It's supposed to look extremely reinforced.
Yeah. I remember.
So, from an actual build standpoint, I'm pretty happy with it.
Yeah.
The tutorial was definitely a step up from some of the older ones, where I actually explained better.
Yeah.
The problem was I kind of didn't do half of it.
Yeah, there's the
Well,
bottom.
that's what I do for
there.
most of my builds.
Yeah.
I don't explain the other half of it, because it is exactly the same as the other side.
Yeah.
Literally just do the same thing, but
Just-
opposite.
Yeah. I remember when I was like really young, I had a clone turbo tank Lego set, and I loved it. And then one time I was running with it, and I accidentally dropped it, and it just completely shattered. And I'm like, and I just it was I don't like talking about it. It's like a traumatic memory.
Alright, TT4, Timeline Tuesday 4, builds, basically we just went over the upcoming builds.
Yeah.
And then, the soulless one, General Grievous,
Yeah.
personal ship.
That one, out of the 3 that I built on the same world with, at that time, that one's my least favorite, because Grievous's ship is at the same time both really circular, also really blocky. So I had like
it's a difficult build.
It's a very difficult build to do, so I had no idea like what to do, and it was just really annoying.
Yeah. Alright. And then the app tutorial. The app is interesting. It's a very cool build. It's a very cool, I guess, walker. The tutorial was
Yeah, the tutorial.
I'm decently happy with it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is it off-centered?
That's a bad question.
Okay. Oh, it's off-centered in 3 different places. No.
I do remember I was watching Pokemon Journeys when I was building it. I thought it would be. I thought the new season would be extremely cool. Turns out it's not very good. I'm not an anime stan.
Yeah.
And another thing I would like to mention with the app is while I was building the Thai tank here, not too very long ago, I thought I built the app very recently. I was incredibly wrong. May 27th is when it came
goodness.
It was a long time ago. And I'm starting to realize early on in our early on in our building, or early on in our channel, we kind of like almost had daily uploads sometimes.
Yeah.
Or
we'd have daily uploads like for half of the week, and then the other we would just be non-existent for like 2 weeks.
We were kind of choking out the algorithm.
Yeah.
We were pushing everything we had in the matter of content.
Yeah.
And I started to get a bit burnt out at this time.
Yeah, me too.
Republic Infantry Support Platform, Swamp Speeder build tutorial. This was a 50 for special.
Yes.
50.
50. Ah, that is weird. I don't like how it's a 50 subscriber tutorial.
And we've gone through so many videos.
Yeah. But I will say the audio quality was the worst I had ever done to that day. The audio quality on that is so garbage. It sounds like there's just like non-stop reverb or something, and like it's just pain, and I hate it. But thank you for 50 subscribers. About a year and a half ago, about 7 months ago. Thank you for 50.
And then after that was the Timeline Tuesday, 50 subs. Basically, we just thank you for 50 subs.
Which
that time ago.
Now I use this box over here, or at least a box on my single player world that is similar to this. I just sit here and I just do things, and it was inspired because I've seen a lot of like talk shows, like I don't know what they're called, but like they're like news comedians, I guess, and they like sit at a chair and like talk about news and stuff, and I'm like, I can do that, but in Minecraft.
Yeah. And then after that was the ATM6.
This big boy.
By this time, I was getting like really burnt out. Like I was tired of building at this point. It was not that great of a build. The legs I am so proud with. The head I am very proud with. The body though, oh no.
Yeah.
I tried to fix it up in the Christmas cleanup video.
Oh no, it's off center again.
It is off center. I was so out of it at this point.
Didn't we take like a 2-week break sometime after
Yeah.
that, I think.
I think so. Yeah. That's when our videos started to get more far and few between.
Yeah.
And I think this is when, I switched to Java. Right after, well, I had Java. I think, when you made the sand crawler. Maybe
Oh, wow.
I think I got Java maybe late May. I was still building on Xbox though, because I didn't want this world to go away. As I converted it later on, and I am so happy for that. As you can see, this place just keeps on growing day by day.
Yeah.
And it's just insane. It's like my child.
If
I'll ever have one.
Lonely gang. Woo.
Hey. And then Darth Vader 1.16 build tutorial dose.
Yes, that was the that one was the entire, like, the gate plus the big thing, and like I said, lots of netherite. There's no way you would be able. It
still has a big red number on it.
I know. I've only recently stopped using the Paint 3D. I think it's like spray paint, and then I would spray paint. Whoa. Spray paint a number on it.
Alright, Sandcrawler Minecraft build tutorial. Next up.
Yeah.
Almost 500 views now.
I built that, and I'm not too proud of it. It's not the greatest. I built it rather quickly, and I'm just gonna leave it at I built it quickly. So
Alrighty.
just assume the rest.
And then June 10th was when we celebrated 66 subs.
Nice.
That was our Timeline Tuesday video. And then our 66 special, the Palpatine Shuttle build tutorial.
This guy.
I'm actually extremely proud of this one. I took quite a bit of joy in building it. And it was a cool build to do.
Yeah.
Like, I enjoyed it a lot. So, there's that. And 66 subs is always very cool. I truly, when we first started the channel in March last year, I never expected us to get this far. Like, I never even expected to get to 66 subs. Like, when we first started, I was like, oh, we should do like a 212 special. And I'm like, oh, that's gonna be so long. That's never going to happen. And we've passed that by 100 now.
And I just want to say thank you for all the growth on the channel, and thank you so much. I remember we passed 212, and I'm like, oh yes, we should do a thing for that, like we did with 66.
I know, and we were at like 250 by
the time that I was like that, and I'm like, you know what, let's just not. And then I'm like, you know what, maybe we do that. And by that time we were at almost 300, and I'm like, whatever.
And then Timeline Tuesday 7, big builds.
God, I hate that thumbnail. The thumbnail now is fixed, but the thumbnail then.
The old one.
I searched up Minecraft concrete and then just copy and pasted that into Paint 3D. I still use Paint 3D for thumbnails, but now I'm getting better with Paint 3D.
Same.
It's just the best free tool.
Yeah. Banshee, a Saw's Venturous shit. I remember when this came out, or either when it came out or when we were discussing it. I was at I don't remember where I was at anymore.
Yeah,
What?
me neither.
But I was flexing the fact that we had like 70 subs at the time to somebody in my family, and I was like, oh yeah, I got 70 subs on YouTube. Like,
Wow.
and now I just do it, except yeah, we have 310 subs on YouTube.
So good, yeah. No one has ever gotten more subscribers than that. Ever. Yeah.
And this is when it started to get far and few between. Timeline Tuesday 8, the Nether update. Now we're in 1.16, and our first ever 1.16 video was probably one of the most fun videos to ever record. Besides maybe this one. This one's been really fun.
Yeah.
Minecraft speedrunner versus full.
Oh, that was my favorite. I remember we recorded it in the snapshots because I'm like, I want to do this before anyone else does. And it was really fun, and it still hasn't gotten that 15 likes to get the 2v2. But now I would.
That's true.
But now we are doing more challenge videos like that, which haven't been uploaded yet, apart from the OP Piglin, Zombie Pigman. But those, I would say, are probably some of my favorite videos to record.
Yeah.
Because
they're just so fun. You just mess around, kind of like this. You just talk and then play the video game.
Yeah.
Kind of like a playthrough.
It is, except, there's some twist.
Yeah. And then, Minecraft Star Wars T70 modded X-Wing tutorial.
Wow.
And this one was requested by a family friend of mine. And I built it. And I saw him maybe like a month later, like in person. He was absolutely ecstatic. Like, he was like, oh my gosh, you know how to build this, and then he showed me his version, and then it was like, not good. So, the build itself, I'm very It has no bottom, of course.
Yeah, that's your trademark.
Yeah. But the build itself, I'm not a big fan of the sequels, to put it lightly.
Sequel's bad.
Yeah, building it was not very fun for me. And it's a cool ship, but I was also very burnt out. Like, doing the Netherite Juggernaut video was very fun. That was my first ever Java video that I recorded. I was having a strong using OBS, but it was very fun.
Yeah. Now I only have a strong using. Whenever I have a strong using OBS, it's because OBS is deciding to crash when I'm mid-recording.
Yeah. And then I was still building these on Xbox because the world had not been transferred yet. After that, same thing with the Twilight. And this was, I guess, my second build when I really utilized the new 1.16 blocks. I made it a point in these two builds to use 1.16 blocks, as in the X-Wing I used Blackstone everywhere, and then the Twilight less. The Twilight definitely looks better in my eyes. It's a much cooler ship in my eyes. But the lodestones and whatnot, the lodestones are still one of the coolest blocks, detail blocks in the game.
Yeah.
The lodestones, the shroom lights, this was my first shroom light engine that I made. The shroom lights look so good.
Yeah.
And this was when I was on a infographic show binge. Like, throughout the entire building of the Twilight, I was just watching the infographic show. That's all I was doing.
Yeah.
So I have fond memories of that. And then this is how it got far and few between. June 10th, we were at 66 subs.